There was once a family known for their prosperity. For 3 generations, they thrived. Successful in business, their children excelled in school, and their home life was peaceful. But strangely, everything changed the moment they moved into a new house. The husband began falling ill, their business started to decline, and even the children lost focus in their studies. They tried everything to turn things around, yet no one suspected the real problem came from the very front door of their house. In Feng Shui, the main entrance is more than just a doorway. It's the mouth of qi, the place where energy enters the home. That entrance can welcome in luck and prosperity, or it can draw in heavy, draining energy. The wealthy understand this very well, and they keep a simple secret. By adjusting their entryway, even just a little, they turn it into a magnet for abundance that protects the prosperity of the entire family. So what is this secret? And how can your home also become a gateway to blessings? That's exactly what we'll reveal in today's video. But first, let's activate a flow of positive energy with a powerful affirmation. My family is now welcoming peace and prosperity. And if you love mysterious stories and timeless Feng Shui secrets, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the discoveries waiting just beyond your own front door. From the story of this family, it's clear. The front door is the starting point of all energy flows. And this is where wealthy families stand apart. They don't just keep their entrance tidy. They know how to plant subtle Feng Shui secrets right there at the threshold. It's no coincidence that many prosperous families, generation after generation, place special importance on their entryway. They understand that when the front door is bright and welcoming, blessings naturally arrive. But if it feels heavy and gloomy, no matter how beautifully decorated the inside is, good fortune won't stay. What sets the wealthy apart isn't simply the money they spend to decorate their entrance. It's their awareness of how to charge that space with positive energy. The door becomes an invisible guardian, opening the way for luck to enter, while keeping misfortune outside. Each time they step through it, they're not just walking into the world, they're recharging the energy of their entire household. And the secret, surprisingly, is very simple. The rich don't chase after loud, gimmicky tips found online, nor do they believe it's enough to just hang a picture or line up their shoes neatly. Instead, they rely on small, steady habits, practices that carry long-term power. Those seemingly minor actions transform the entrance into a magnet for prosperity, guarding the family's abundance for years to come. There are 2 levels to this. The first is basic practices that anyone can start right away to make their entryway bright, fresh, and inviting. The second is a special secret, known by only a few, but quietly applied by many wealthy families to double the magnetic pull of prosperity. And if you stay with us, we'll uncover each of these secrets, one by one. So where do wealthy families begin? Before we uncover the deeper secrets, let's start with the basic practices, things anyone can do right now at the front door of their home. First practice, cleaning the entrance with a positive mindset. Most people think cleaning the doorway is simply about sweeping away dust, lining up the shoes, or giving the floor a quick wipe so it looks neat. But in Feng Shui, it's not about how shiny the door is. It's about the energy of the person who cleans it. The intention of the homeowner is what determines the flow of energy into the house. The ancients used to say, "Sweep with joy, and blessings will enter your home." It sounds simple, but it carries a profound truth. If you clean with frustration or annoyance, that energy lingers in every stroke of the broom. But if you sweep with calm, and goodwill, silently sending out wishes for luck. The front door gathers bright energy and opens the way for fortune to come in. One family discovered this after making a small change. For years, they had left the task to a housekeeper, never caring about the mood behind it. Later, the mother herself began sweeping the entrance each morning, quietly repeating wishes of health and prosperity. Strangely enough, the atmosphere of the home became lighter. The children's work and studies improved, and visitors often remarked how welcoming the doorway felt. This shows that the front door requires more than physical cleanliness. It needs emotional cleanliness as well. When you sweep away heavy feelings and clean with joy, the door is recharged with life. It stops being just an entryway and becomes a meeting point of fresh energy, drawing blessings into the home. So each time you pick up a broom or wipe the door, let your mind grow light. Treat it like a small ritual. As you clean, repeat to yourself, "Today, my home will welcome new good fortune." In Feng Shui, this simple belief is far more powerful than any decoration you could hang on the door. Second practice: lighting incense or a small lamp. For thousands of years, people have believed that light and incense smoke form a bridge between the seen and unseen worlds. It's no accident that many families light incense or lamps at the start of each month. They knew that the beginning of a new cycle is the moment when energy must be renewed and brightened. A single stick of incense, a tiny flame. It may seem simple, but both can chase away heaviness, clearing away what's left from the old month. The scent of incense drifts upward slowly, like an invitation for blessings to return. Meanwhile, the soft glow of a lamp brightens the entrance, guiding good fortune to step through more easily. Some wealthy families, no matter how busy, never forget to light a small oil lamp or place a fragrant stick of incense near the front door on the first day of the month. They treat it like a welcoming ritual, not for human guests, but for peace and prosperity itself. There's even a story told about an old family in the mountains. For years, their business always flourished. When neighbors asked their secret, the patriarch simply smiled and said, "I only have a habit of lighting a lamp at the door every first morning of the month. It's like letting the sun enter my home a little earlier." He said no more, but everyone knew that steady ritual had kept his household glowing with good fortune. In Feng Shui, light represents yang energy, life and growth. Lighting a lamp at the start of the month is like planting a seed in fertile soil. It sets the tone for a prosperous cycle ahead. The incense smoke, delicate yet persistent, clears away negativity while calling in harmony. As with cleaning, the true value isn't in the lamp or the incense itself, but in the belief and blessings you place into it. When you strike the flame, believing it will light the path for your loved ones, or when you offer incense with silent prayers, that intention imprints itself into the space. The front door becomes a gateway where bright energy flows in. Try it once. On the first morning of the month, stand at your doorway, light a candle, or switch on a small lamp. As the light spreads, imagine your door opening wide for luck to step in. As the incense rises, trust that it's carrying your wishes through the house. Such a small ritual, but it can set the tone for an entire month filled with peace and ease. Third practice: placing a bowl of water for a few days to absorb negative energy. In traditional Feng Shui, water has always been a symbol of cleansing and renewal. Clear water can wash away dust, carry off what is old, and make way for fresh energy to enter. That's why many wealthy families follow a simple practice. They place a bowl of clean water near the front door for a few days as a way to rinse the home's energy. At first, it may sound meaningless, but if you pay attention, you'll notice the subtle difference. A bowl of still, clear water not only reflects light, it acts like a mirror that quietly absorbs negativity around the entrance. After a few days, when you pour it away, it's as if you're discarding the heaviness that clung to the home, leaving the entry fresh and bright again. The old saying goes, "Where water is fresh, blessings flow." Placing water at the doorway is like a small stream that blocks invisible toxic energy from outside. Some families even add a pinch of salt to the bowl, as if creating a thin shield to draw away anything impure. They rarely speak of it, but quietly practice it, and soon their business runs more smoothly, and illness visits their home less often. There's a story about a merchant from a harbor town. His ships always seemed to sail with fair winds. Curious villagers asked his secret, and he pointed to the small bowl of water at his door, saying, "This is where troubles stop before they ever come in." He said nothing more, but to the townspeople, that bowl was like a hidden talisman, the reason behind his endless good luck. The key isn't the shape or size of the bowl, it's the purity of the water and the mindset of the one who sets it down. If you place the bowl with the belief that it will absorb unrest and filter out negativity, then that intention itself gives it power. Each time you change the water, you're refreshing the doorway, restarting the flow of energy into your home. Try it yourself. Take a clear glass bowl, fill it with clean water, and place it near the front door for 3 days. Don't rush to look for results. On the 4th day, pour the water away, imagining every heavy thought leaving with it. Then replace it with fresh water, as though planting another seed of peace and prosperity at your threshold. The basic rituals can make your front door brighter and more inviting. But the wealthy hold on to a deeper secret. One small symbol with the power to turn the entrance into a true magnet for prosperity. In Feng Shui, shapes and words are not just decorations. Every line, every letter carries an invisible vibration that can resonate with a space and influence the flow of qi in a home. Among all shapes, the heart is considered especially powerful. It represents life, the beating pulse that sustains the body, a symbol of joy, vitality, and abundant energy. Placed at the front door, the heart isn't just a drawing, it becomes an invisible generator of energy. To amplify its power, the heart needs to be paired with a word that calls in prosperity. It could be something simple, like wealth, prosperity, abundance, blessing. The specific word doesn't matter as much as the feeling it creates inside you. What's important is that it sparks belief, connection, and positivity. When the heart carries that word, it becomes a resonant symbol, an unseen magnet drawing luck and abundance into the home. Applying this symbol at the front door follows a few key steps. First, prepare small hearts, cut from paper or made as stickers. On each heart, write your chosen word clearly. Place 3 of them above the inside of the front door. The number 3 represents beginnings and fresh energy. These 3 symbols act like an invitation, opening the way for good fortune to step in. Next, place 5 hearts on the left side of the door, looking out from inside the home. The number 5 symbolizes balance and harmony of the 5 elements. These 5 symbols help stabilize the flow of qi so that prosperity enters evenly and stays steady. Finally, place 7 hearts, about 6 feet inside the home, beyond the door. The number 7 is tied to protection and preservation. These 7 symbols act as a shield, helping to keep prosperity inside rather than letting it slip away. One important rule: these symbols don't need to be visible. They can be hidden behind the door, inside a shoe cabinet, or on a discreet paper hung in a quiet spot. Their strength doesn't come from being seen, but from the energy they radiate into the space. As you create them, hold a positive mindset. Writing the words, cutting and placing the hearts. It's not just physical action. It's a ritual of intention, a moment where you affirm that your front door is opening to receive blessings. That energy is what seeps into each symbol, turning them into invisible anchors that guard and attract wealth. This is an advanced secret, quietly practiced by many wealthy families. It isn't flashy or complicated. Just a handful of small symbols, placed with care, are enough to transform the entrance into a magnet for fortune, keeping qi flowing and nurturing long-term prosperity. But here's a truth worth remembering. Not everything you hear about Feng Shui actually works. Many so-called tips sound convincing, but have no real effect. Today, with just a click, you'll find endless videos and articles repeating the same advice. Keep your doorway clean, line up your shoes neatly, never leave umbrellas by the door, hang paintings, add more lights. These suggestions seem reasonable because they emphasize order and brightness. But in reality, they are only surface-level fixes. Yes, a tidy entrance looks pleasing to the eye, but that comfort alone isn't enough to shift the energy of a home. Shoes arranged in neat rows won't generate wealth. Avoiding an umbrella at the door won't block misfortune. And hanging a picture or adding a lamp, if only for decoration, is simply aesthetics. It doesn't make the entrance a magnet for blessings. Feng Shui doesn't operate on appearances alone. The flow of qi in a home doesn't change just because of a few cosmetic details. What truly matters is the invisible energy, the thoughts, intentions, and emotions you embed into the space. Many people chase popular tricks, constantly adding or removing things, only to find their homes feel more cluttered without much improvement in energy. They confuse tidiness with harmony. Tidiness may bring short-term comfort, but only harmony of energy determines how qi enters and leaves the house, and with it, your family's health, fortune, and peace. So, if those common tips don't really draw in wealth, what does? The answer lies where few expect it, in the energy shaped by our intentions, by symbols, and by the emotions we infuse into our living space. That is the true root, what turns a doorway into a passage for blessings, or a barrier that holds prosperity back. Surface-level tips only touch appearances, but true energy flows from a deeper layer. To understand why the front door can transform the fortune of an entire household, we need to look at the essence of Feng Shui itself, the nature of energy, or qi. Feng Shui is not simply about arranging furniture or adding decorations. At its heart, it's about qi, the invisible life force that exists in everything around us. Qi has no color, no smell, and you can't hold it in your hands, yet it shapes our emotions, our health, and the luck of a family. Qi doesn't follow superficial rules. It doesn't change just because shoes are lined up neatly or a painting hangs straight. It moves according to natural law, flowing directly, spreading out, and resonating with the intentions and symbols we place into a space. That's why the front door, the spot everyone in the family passes through each day, becomes the strongest energy point in the entire home. A famous experiment once showed the power of intention on matter. 2 jars of white rice were sealed under the same conditions. One jar was labeled love, the other hate. After a period of time, the rice in the love jar fermented, yet remained white and bright. The rice in the hate jar turned black and foul. If a single word could cause such a difference, imagine the effect when we imprint intentions onto a front door, the very place touched by the entire family every day. Qi is not only in words, but also in emotions and attitudes. Someone entering the home with heaviness in their heart can leave a lingering shadow behind. But a smile or a warm greeting at the door can instantly brighten the whole space. That is why the wealthy place such value on seeding good energy at their entrance. To them, the front door is where everything begins, the place they choose to open for light, hope, and prosperity. The important thing to understand is this: Qi is not controlled by the object itself, but by the intention tied to it. A lamp only radiates true energy when lit with the belief that it shines for the family's well-being. A symbol only carries power when created with a positive mindset. And a front door only becomes a magnet for prosperity when the homeowner fills it with joy, hope, and the desire for abundance. The truth about energy is right here. It doesn't depend on tricks, nor on outward arrangements. It springs from the frequency of our emotions and the beliefs we project into our living space. Once you see this, Feng Shui no longer feels like something distant or mystical. It becomes the way we live, the way we think, and the way we invest intention into every doorway and corner of our home. Through this journey, we've seen clearly that the front door is more than an entry. It is the starting point of fortune. The wealthy know that prosperity doesn't come from surface tricks, but from cultivating energy at the family's threshold, from sweeping with joy, to lighting a small lamp at the start of the month, to placing a bowl of water for cleansing, and finally, to the advanced secret of pairing a heart symbol with words of abundance. All of it serves one purpose: to turn the front entrance into a magnet for blessings. The lesson is simple. Feng Shui is not superstition, nor random online tips. Its core lies in intention, symbolism, and harmony within the space. When the front door resonates with harmony, the whole home fills with light, and prosperity has a place to rest. So before chasing after complicated advice, begin with the simplest step. Plant positive belief into the very door you walk through each day. Sometimes, one small change at that spot is enough to shift the destiny of an entire family. Before we finish, let's anchor this energy with an affirmation for your home. My family is now welcoming peace and prosperity. And if you'd like to keep exploring the hidden secrets of Feng Shui, the mysteries behind the energy of every home, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments. Who knows? The very next video may hold the key to unlocking the fortune waiting at your own doorstep.